Hi guys, this is Jackie from techjackie.com. Welcome to another video on SEO. First of all, if you're brand new to this channel, make sure you press the subscribe button down below so when I release a new SEO video like this, you'll get notified, right? In today's video, I'd like to discuss about one on-page SEO hack. That is how to actually write the content that ranks like Neil Patel, right? So you've all been known that on-page SEO has become more important than ever since Google has moved from keywords from strings to things, right? Strings, things to strings, and this has been enhanced or enforced after Google even released a algorithm called BERT, which is based on the transformer models. And BERT, Google clearly stated that is the one of their biggest change in the search history since Google released Rank Brain, right back in 2013. So BERT was released in 2020, and it works on a transformer model, which is essentially an NLP language models used to understand the queries and to understand the content better, right? So now it has been long gone, where you can just stuff in keywords thousands of times and you rank like number one on Google. Now, Google has been focusing more and more on things what we call as concepts, right? What is the concepts of the content on your page is really about? So you might be wondering, like, okay, then how would you start writing content that really, combine and have all the necessary concepts on your page, right? That really reflects what Google is looking for. And that is what essentially, guys like Neil Patel, Brian Dean, all these SEO gurus that can easily rank website their content easily on first page of Google. They found out and they knew how to do it, right? So in this video I'll introduce you to a tool which essentially will help you hack your SEO content and will help you rank easily by knowing how to write using an NLP method, right? So without further ado, let me introduce you to this tool, which I've been playing around for the past few days, called as similar content, right? So if you've been watching my videos since the beginning, you might have heard me come across a tool called as cognitive SEO writing assistant, right? So this tool is essentially the same as cognitive SEO, but it is better in the sense that there's more affordable package available, right, compared to cognitive SEO. Also, the free version of this tool um, is also much better than cognitive SEO, right? And it has much more functionalities than cognitive SEO as well. So um, without further ado, let's dive right into how to actually use this tool. And I'll let you know so right before we start, I'll let you know that this is actually a freemium tool, which means that there's a free version available as well as the paid versions, right? So there are three pricing plans for this. So the free versions, as you can see here, you can have one active project, and you also can have two topics idea duration per day, etc., etc. You can read the content here in the pricing table here, right? And there's also a business annual pricing and also a business monthly pricing as well. So it's right now on a discount from $199 to $99 per year, and for the business monthly, it will pay per month is on a price at $19 per month, right? But since you're watching this video, I have a special link right in the descriptions, which will let you buy this tool at a price of just $61 per year, right? So instead of paying $199, which essentially right now is at a discount, you're gonna get only you can get this tool just for $61 per year, right? So without further ado, let me dive right into how to use this tool so you'll know it better, like whether it works or not and stuff like that, right? So first of all, once you come to similarcontent.com, we're gonna first sign up for the tool. I've already signed up, so I'm just gonna click on login here, and this will bring me to the interface of the tool here, right? So I've subscribed for the business plan for this tool, and it has been one of the best tool I've been using so far, right? I'll talk about how this tool is compared to Surfer SEO as well, which is another trending tool at the moment when it comes to on-page SEO, right? Okay, so here, there's a bunch of tool available here when it comes to on-page SEO. But what we're gonna focus on here is how to write content that actually ranks. And that leads us to the tool called as Content Optimizer here. So once you click here, content optimizer, it will ask you to to enter a query here, right? You can either do it as a separate content analyzer here, you can even create a project here, right? So you can have a project running here. You can always come back and revisit the content that you have again and again. So let me give an example of creating one project. First, we're going to enter a search query here. So let's say I want to rank for e-commerce SEO, right? E-commerce SEO. Then I'm going to click on next. We're going to choose the country here. I'm going to let it be at United States. And then next, language English. And then step 4, device, desktop or mobile. We're going to select desktop and we're going to click submit. Essentially now all we have to do is wait, and we'll let the tool go and start fetching the data from the top 10 ranking results. Essentially how the tool works here is it will go and scrape the top 10 ranking results, and uses its TF-IDF as well as the NLP algorithms to kind of evaluate what are the important keywords, right, that your competitors, that the top rankers are using in their content. And it's gonna basically reverse engineer and let you know what are the set of content, right, set of words that you should be using on your page, just to enhance the meaning or the concept of the page, right? So let's say if you talk about you know um, e-commerce SEO, some of the important words that you should be including into your content are things such as SEO, e-commerce, things such as product page, categories page, internal link, backlinks, right? So all these are the small puzzle, small words, small piece of puzzle that when you put together on the page, makes the page much more meaning, right? Has more context related to the keyword you want to rank for. So this is essentially how it differs from the traditional keyword based way of how we write the content, right? So as you can see, the tool is almost done here at 91%. The speed here usually depends on the quota that you have available. So if you're a free user, you might have to wait a little bit longer. Whereas if you're paid users, you essentially get this a little bit faster, right? Because you essentially will have more quota available to you. And the quota here depends on the user base, right, available that are using the tool here at the moment, right? All right, so we're gonna let this run for a bit, and we're gonna see. All right, so as you can see here, the tool has finished analyzing the top 10 ranking results. So if you go to my project here, you'll see that I've created a project called e-commerce SEO, which is essentially my keywords. And if you click on view or load project here, this will bring you into the internal tool, right, into the content writing tools. So let's say if I'm let's say I've written the content, right, and now I want to see whether my content is well optimized or not. I can paste into this tool, and we can see all the terms, right? So let's say if for example we can either copy and paste the entire content into this, or we can copy it and extract the content from the web as well. So let's say if I take an example from e-commerce SEO. Let's say I take backlink, right, Brian Dean's content, and we can see, right, we can see how well optimized his content is, right? We can fetch the text or fetch text and HTML. So in this case, I'm just going to fetch the text just to kind of see how well the content is optimized. So as you can see here, he has used 89.32 out of 100 in terms of keyword coverage. So this is pretty good, right? It's a pretty optimized content. Although the tool says that it's over optimized, it doesn't matter, right? Because you just have to take the tool just for guidance. As long as you cover all the important keywords according to the tool, then you're all good. As you can see here, from this tool, these are the I'm just going to move this right here. These are the set of keyword, right, that are deemed important. As you can see, so Brian has used the terms such as e-commerce, SEO, right, keywords, traffic, ranking. So all these are the terms, or the entities, you can call like that are related to the keyword e-commerce SEO. Now What's interesting about this tool here is the important is one of the things that I really like about here is called as ranking predictor, right? So this ranking predictor will essentially help predict your content right even before it's published, right even before you actually publish your content, and it will tell you what your content is really about, right? So let's say we analyze this content, right? E-commerce SEO by Brian Dean. You can see that these are the top keyword or the top phrases using the NLP method to understand what this content is really about. You can see this content is about keyword research, category pages, e-commerce site, e-commerce SEO, right? You can see, so this score is out of 100. As long as you at least cross 50 in this threshold, then you're all good. Means that your content is fully about e-commerce SEO, fully about e-commerce site, fully about category pages, and fully about keyword research. Now, this is very helpful when it comes to understanding what your content is about. So obviously this is not how Google would look at your content and analyze you in this way, but it will give you a very rough and very good idea of what your content is really about. So let's say you want to rank for e-commerce SEO, but then you start writing, and then after almost you're about to publish the content, you use this ranking predictor, and then it says that you're about on page SEO, you're about XYZ, etc., etc., but you're nowhere about e-commerce SEO, then that's a problem, right? Obviously, we want to write content that is very clear, very precise, and that is very easy for Google to understand. So you can also look at readability score here as well, right? So we can analyze how easily it is for the content when users read it. Now, obviously, this is very difficult. So what we can do here is we can, when we extract it, we can fetch text and HTML in order to fetch the whole page, right? And it will analyze based on the layout of the page how easily it is, for the content readability, right? But here's what I really like about this tool, and I've not seen this anywhere else in whether it's Surfer SEO or Market Muse or Cognitive SEO. This really gives me a good idea of what my content is really about. So make sure that when you write your content, it should be clear and easy to understand, right? All right, so let me maybe give you another example. So here we have e-commerce SEO, right? So we can also go and check things such as topic difficulty checker here, which will essentially check how difficult it is in terms of topics. So if I open up my e-commerce SEO project, we can see how difficult it is, right? Based on the topic and based on the external links, right, or backlinks as well. So we're just gonna let the tool run for a seconds here, and we should get a keyword effective. So okay, so these are called keyword effectiveness index, KEI, or how difficult it is. So it is at a 50. So it's a medium difficulty keywords, right? And it's also here's the content score that the top rankers on average have achieved, and you can see here backlinko 39.3, Ahrefs 44.1, and bigcommerce.com 38.4. So these score, right, when you write your content, these are like the aggregate score of your content. Again, no need to pay much attention to all this. Just take it with a grain of salt, just to understand, right, that you're on the right track, that your content actually have all the important keywords, and that your content is clear enough. All right, so let me show you with another example here, right, just so you understand the tool more. Let me create a new project, and this time let me try to rank for the keyword content marketing, right? Content marketing, again, United States, English, desktop, submit. And we're just gonna wait. Again, the tool will go out and fetch all the data, right? And we're gonna see after the tool's done. All right, so the tool has finished fetching all the data. So this is my content marketing project. If I go and open it up, we just load the project here. So again, all I have to do here is just go to Google. You can either go to Google and check your competitors, how well they have their optimized their content, or as I said earlier, you can just throw in your content and then see how well optimized your content is, right? So again, let me go to the Google and let me type in content marketing. Obviously, right, like they're ranking here on the first page for reasons, and we're gonna see, let's say Neil Patel, right? Like, let's check why Neil Patel is ranking so well, right, based on the content of his blog post. So again, use this fetch text, and let the tool run for a bit. Then we'll see, how well optimized Neil Patel's content is, right? Um, as far as on page is concerned. All right, so let the tool run in the background for a bit. All right, as you can see here, the tool has finished analyzing the content from Neil Patel. And again, let me move this right here. As you can see here, these are again, the set of words, right, that the tool deemed as important and that Neil Patel has included into his content, right? So when you write about content marketing, you would be writing about, you would be having words such as content, audience, email, right? Of course, email is a part of, email marketing is a part of content marketing. Social strategies, customers, stage, right? Like most of these words, naturally, if you know the topic well enough, you would be already included them, right? But this tool will help you laser focus and let you see what are the things that you're missing, or like you're not hitting enough the right frequency. As you can see, there's also the frequency here, right? The recommended frequencies. Sure, some of the words you can obviously exceed them, as you can see here, like with Neil Patel. Let's say the word attention, he has written it 14 times, which is recommended to be 11, or list 8 times out of 7, right? But it doesn't matter, right? Like as long as you hit the as long as you hit the word enough in the content, that's fine. Again, let's come to ranking predictor here, my favorite tool, and let us analyze what this tool thinks this content is really about. As you can see here, no doubt the tool thinks that this content is really about content marketing. And of course, there are also things such as own business, social media, and viral YouTube videos, right? You don't have to worry about, if it actually gives you multiple topics that it thinks. You just make sure that whatever you want to rank for is one of the top ranking as one of the top topics that the tool thinks your content is about. So obviously, if you write about content marketing, and if the tool thinks that your content is about social media marketing, then obviously that's not that's obviously going to confuse Google as well, right? Because if the tool like this can easily point out or cannot easily understand your content, then how would Google understand it, right? So this is also one of the favorite tool, like I mentioned, that I can use right before I hit publish, right, and to see what my content is about. Okay, so again, we can always go into the topic difficulty checker here to see, so again, if I load this content marketing project up, I can always see, how difficult it is based on the key KEI as well as the backlink as well, right? For this content. So there are, two type of difficulty. One is the topic difficulty, how difficult it is from an on-page point of view, and also how difficult it is on a backlink point of view, right? So based on the content is 90, which is super hard, as you can see according to this tool, and the average score of the top ranking content is about 47.5, right? So here also based on backlink difficulty about 56, so quite difficult. It's overall very difficult keywords, right? So obviously just content alone wouldn't get you to the first page, or to number one, but content will definitely play a big role, right, when you try to optimize for this keyword. So here you go, right? How to use this tool and how to get the best out of it. Obviously, there are other set of tools that you can try, play around with. Things such as topic idea generators, or content rewrite, which essentially will try to rewrite your content and will give you a better suggestion, things like that, right? But here we're just gonna focus on how to write a proper on-page SEO content. Last thing here I want to introduce you or to let you know here is the comparison between similar content and Surfer SEO, right? One of the most famous on-page SEO tool out there. I'm a fan of Surfer SEO. I've been using it for a long time. But I've recently, after I switched to similar content just to try it out, I feel really amazed by how, easy it is to use the tool, and especially, like I mentioned many times, the ranking prediction tool. So the starting point price for similar content is $19.9 per month, whereas for Surfer SEO, for the NLP package is $90 per month, right? So pretty expensive there. And obviously, Surface SEO, one huge disadvantage here is it doesn't have the ranking predictor, whereas this tool it has, right? And obviously there's other things such as NLP credit, which this tool gives you 90 per month compared to just 20 by Surface SEO. And other set of key tool set, right, that is available with similar content that Surface SEO doesn't have. So, with all of these amazing things offered by similar content with such a great price, I'm pretty sure that you get the most out of this tool, right? Like, once again, if you want a huge discount from this tool, there's a special link below right in the descriptions where you can buy this tool for just $61 per year, right? For the business plan. Or if you don't want to buy it, just try playing around with the free version first. It's enough to get you started, right? So that's all about this video and the review of this tool. If you have any questions about on page SEO or SEO in general, make sure you leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. That's all for it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.